All right, this is part two. This is going to be the actual binding of your Stab Stitch book. So I've got my template here. Last video showed you how to make it. Because my book utilizes quite a bit thicker paper, I am going to do this in small groups. So I have my cover, which is, I'm going to shake this down a little bit, make sure that all my edges are even. I have my cover and the first few pages of my book, which are actually not lining up quite the way I want them. So I'm going to do that again. I have a few pieces of paper. It's not very thick. I don't want to take any more right now, so I am going to just start here so that my template stays in place. I'm going to take my handy dandy binder clips and I'm going to clip this into place. I don't want to clip it too close to the spine because then I can't get my awl into place. I'm trying so hard to keep this even, but sometimes the book block wants to be a little fussy. I'm going to do another check, right? Check twice, punch once. This last page is just giving me fits, so I'm going to actually take that out and do that on the next round. That's because it was partially glued to the last page. Look at that. So again, I'm going to put binder clips down, or at least just one, so that everything stays registered correctly. I'm going to take my awl and with a protective element of some sort on my table, I am just going to punch through these pages. So you can see I'm actually lifting up a little bit, but I'm punching through so that you can see the end of the awl come through. I don't need to put enormous holes through this paper. I can always come back and punch things a little bit better if I need to, kind of on a case-by-case basis. But I do just want to make sure that this is at least started. The tapestry needle I'm using is not terribly large, so I don't have to worry about making things too big, but it will make my life substantially easier to have these holes already in place. So I've got this all started. I'm going to set this aside. I'm actually going to flip it over so my book stays oriented correctly. And then I'm going to do maybe just another 3 pages or so. So these next couple of pages are a little bit crooked, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now, as long as my spine is lined up evenly. So again, I'm going to use a binder clip. It's kind of handy to have as a third hand almost. And then I'm going to take my awl and punch my holes. I'm going to try to be really careful and exact about where I'm punching holes, because the closer I get them to where the last set of holes I punched was, the tidier my book will be at the end. So when using recycled paper, it's going to be really hard for it to all be perfect, but you can come pretty close if you're careful. For this next page, because this is a harder or a thicker piece of cardstock, I'm actually just going to do this by itself. So I don't know that I necessarily need a binder clip. So it's lined up along the spine. Just punch it through. And if you want to just do one by one, if you feel like multiple pages at once is just not working for you, that's okay. Do it one by one. You only get one shot at this, so don't rush. Make it count. And then I actually think that that works really well, so I'm going to do these three. I'm not going to use the binder clip on this. I'm just going to punch through. I'm actually going to go straight down. Takes a little bit more pressure, but that's okay. All right. Went all the way through. Excellent. And then before I bind my template into my book, I'm going to set it aside. So I've got all my holes punched. The next step will be to actually sew this together.